Good evening and welcome to the Financial Week. I'm Andrew Laidley. Banks are warning this evening that businesses with a bad track record will have a difficult time securing credit due to the uncertain conditions caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. More in this report. Bankers are warning that lending terms will be more stringent now with the economic uncertainties created by the COVID-19 pandemic. Assistant General Manager for SME Business at the National Commercial Bank, Tanya Algrove, says her company is committed to supporting all businesses during this time. But she noted that those who have demonstrated exemplary financial management will get priority.
You're dealing with a scenario where you have a business which has been able to sustain themselves, because nobody has seen anything like this, but it doesn't mean we haven't had difficult times. And if you've been able to sustain yourself from the 50s and we're still profitable this year, it says a lot. It says a lot about your brand, and it says about, very importantly, it says a lot about your management capacity.
She's also urging businesses to evaluate their position and approach their lenders with a plan they think can work.
The business really needs to sit down and, pencil out what the various scenarios look like, your best case, your worst case, and really be very clear on what it is that the expectations are, because that's what the bank really has to work with.
Chief Risk Officer at JMMB Group, Derek Rajak, says going forward, track record will play a critical part in the credit adjudication process. He says it will be particularly integral in determining payment terms and interest rates.
Once we understand the cash flow needs and we have some information, so I would probably look back at the history, see what their numbers look like, kind of project out 2 years to say, okay, if we return to a certain percentage of normalcy, what that could look like, and then what does he need to get him through that 2-year period? So we can structure facilities that are quite flexible, where you may not have to pay principal for that 2-year period. You could do a structure where interest alone could be paid, or interest could be, it could be structured in a way where interest is also accrued for a certain period of time.
Andrew Laidley, TVJ News. The Bank of Jamaica intervened in the foreign exchange market today to slow the decline in the value of the dollar. The BOJ offered $20 million to authorized dealers and cambios. 4 banks and 4 cambios were successful in the auction. As we've seen in recent flash sale auctions, the BOJ is restricting resale to end users. End users, as defined by the central bank, are non-financial commercial entities that are funding obligation for essential goods and services. To currency trading now, it ended today with the US dollar selling for $144.05. The Canadian dollar, $107.77. The pound is going for $183.65, while the euro sold for $163.85. The JSE index lost 2,597 points today, and the junior market index is down 63 points. Among the winners were Proven Investments, Trans-Jamaican Highway, Mailpack, Grace Kennedy Group, and Express Catering. Now on the losing side were Siboney Group, Dolphin Cove, Sterling Investments, Kingston Wharves, and Access Financial Services. And that's the Financial Week. I'm Andrew Laidley. Good evening.